Calvin Anderson came to Texas as a graduate transfer from Rice last spring with a goal in mind of this spring being in a position to be considered an NFL prospect. Following a successful season with the Longhorns, the starting left tackle for the Longhorns in 2018 is on the radar of NFL clubs and put his best foot forward at the recent NFLPA Collegiate Bowl, which was played at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, Calif. Anderson, who played in the game alongside Texas starting left guard Patrick Vahe, provided a huge boost to an offensive line that underperformed exceeded expectations in 2018. High marks aren't appropriate just because the Longhorns went 10-4 and beat Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl to record the team's first top 10 finish in the final polls since 2009, but because things up front were stabilized to the extent that the unit was far from the hindrance to the overall cause like the previous season. Texas recorded a number 36 finish nationally in tackles for loss, allowed 5.36 per game, and allowed only 2 sacks per game over the course of 14 games. No. 53 nationally, an impressive improvement from a No. 110 national ranking in tackles for loss, allowed 6.92 per game, and number 103 ranking in sacks, allowed 2.62 per game, in 2017. The line was also good when it mattered most. A regular season win over Oklahoma and the victory over Georgia saw the Longhorns give up a total of 3 sacks, enjoy 2 of their better team rushing performances of the season, 177 yards, 4.7 yards per attempt against the Sooners, 172 yards, 3.6 yards per rush against the Bulldogs, and produce a combined 9-for-9 effort in the red zone with 8 touchdowns, 6 rushing, 2 passing. One season after being forced to use 8 different starting offensive line combinations in 13 games, the Longhorns, with hands emphasis on double-team blocks and getting movement on down defenders to put a renewed focus on re-establishing the line of scrimmage, used only 6 different starters and 3 different combinations, including the same starting 5 over the season's final 9 games. Anderson started all 14 games for the Longhorns at left tackle, earning honorable mention All Big 12 recognition from the league's coaches along the way. 36-game starter over 3 seasons at Rice, Anderson became the first left tackle on the 40 acres to log a start in every game of a season since Connor Williams did so as a true freshman in 2015. Anderson provided the kind of steady presence the Longhorns never found in 2017 when Williams went down with a knee injury in the first half of the 3rd game of the season against USC and proceeded to miss the next 7 games, protecting the blind side of Sam Ehlinger and helping a running game that improved in yards per attempt, 3.58 to 3.77, and rushing yards per game, 139.6 to 153.1, during his one season in the lineup. Tweet back greater than we do things a certain way in Texas. Matt Miller, who covers the NFL draft for Bleacher Report, was one of the notable draft analysts who spoke highly of Anderson and Texas State tight end Keenan Brown, an Oklahoma State graduate transfer, after watching a practice leading up to the game. Anderson and Brown have caught my eye as good athletes with the tools teams want, Miller posted on Twitter. Both can be NFL roster players.